Good evening, guys, and welcome to another episode of Sunday Setups. I'm your host, Jacob. No one accompanying me today. It's just me by myself. But, nonetheless, I'm here to bring you a forecast of things for the week ahead. Before we get started, as usual, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Lit Capital so we can keep bringing and presenting content to you guys. We're also in the middle of another makeover for our website, so stay tuned for that. It'll be coming within a few weeks. Before we get into it, just going to check out the economic calendar. There's a few things going into this week that have caught my attention. So Monday, we have a Chinese interest rate opening up the market. Not that we kind of look for that, but it's just something to understand as well, because Chinese, in terms of trading, what they do internationally, it's on a great global scale. So we need to see how that incentive is. We've got Federal Chairman Powell. He's having a speech on Monday. And then going into Tuesday, we have some unemployment rate for the pound. And we also have another speech from Chairman Powell. And then we also have the Bank of Japan monetary policy meeting minutes too. Going into Wednesday morning, we have the interest rate for New Zealand dollar. So we will be looking out for that for sure. Something that, we do trade some NZD pairs, so we're definitely going to be watching that out. We got the CPI index for the pound as well on Wednesday morning, as well as the euros, or we've got PMI for Germany, Euro, and the UK as well. So let's definitely look out for that for sure. Later in the day, we've got another speech from Chairman Powell. Going into Thursday, we have an interest rate for the Swiss franc, as well as a European Council meeting. So a lot of stuff happening over in Europe for sure this week. So I'm expecting a lot of volatility to close out the month. We got GDP for US as well on Thursday, another thing to look out for. And then going into Friday, we have another European Council meeting, but nothing really catches the eye on Friday except that. So a lot of things to grasp, a lot of things that we can kind of look forward to in terms of opportunity. I'm going to start by going over the charts, and I'm actually going to start with US 30, okay? So US 30 has been on a great bullish run, and we have, exceeded all-time highs, and we've actually got to some new all-time highs. But I am actually predicting we can get a retracement back down to some buy areas if we are to continue this. And so I am actually looking at potential counter trend trade with the short. So what I kind of noticed going into just doing my analysis on my charts, as you can see here, we kind of had some equal highs with price now dropped. And we have this candle alone by itself. I'm looking for price to come out and potentially swipe this liquidity before giving us that retracement that will kind of line up with coming back to this area to mitigate out of that candle. So we could be getting a very good sell to buy here on US 30. This is a high rewarding pair in terms of pips. So if you catch a good entry, you can definitely get paid out on this. So definitely pay attention to that. This will be posted in the Discord for those that are in the community already. If you're not in the community and you want access, please check out our website and hit us up on social media to get access to it. It is only £25 a month. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for with US 30. There is, if I go to the 4-hour, we do have a lot of room to the downside, as you can see with the retracement. We are needing it. So the area that kind of looks to me as a potential buy would be around the 31,450 area, but we'll see as and when it gets down there. I want to go to oil next. So oil, we can see on the daily, we have had a great retracement back down here, but we have been bullish on the higher time frame for some time. So we could potentially see oil slide lower, which would be good for us. I don't see oil coming down being a bad thing, seeing as when we look at what's been going on with the weekly chart, we've just been on a crazy bullish run. So I do think we are in need of some retracement in order to come lower at some stage. But until then, we have to play what is presented in front of us. So we've seen price get to that daily candle area, and we've had a reaction since. So I do believe from the formation that has been forming on the smaller time frames, for instance, we can get a push to the upside in order to capture some of the liquidity left. So as and when it gets up here, if it's looking like that, come the opening or early morning tomorrow, we will definitely be trying to catch an entry, because the buy to the upside is lucrative. You know, I think it's a 7-1 if I'm not mistaken. It might even be an 8-1 trade, just to clear those highs potentially before coming lower. So there's a lot of room. There's also some imbalance here that it could want to fill as well before we're heading lower. So we could be getting a buy to sell on that. But nonetheless, we are in a bullish time frame and a bullish higher time frame as well. So we have to be aware of the risk at hand of counter trend trading with it. Lastly, I want to go now. I've got two more for you guys, excuse me. So EURNZD, we've had a lot of ranging on this pair. We have seen lower lows formed on the last of the week going out of the range, but then it's actually pushed back up, and we seem to be floating around the 166 166.5 50 area, excuse me, and we're yet to just see that lower movement. Overall, we are still bearish on this, but price has been pushing up and up and up. So I am a little bit suspicious that it may want to clear the highs formed from last week, because there was just a lot of pushing down and coming back to the same area. Or, you know, as we can see, if we go to the 1 hour, we are keeping reacting within this Sydney session candle, and it is holding price very well. But I'm just a bit skeptical about the liquidity that's being left on the top now, whether or not it would like to push up higher and clear the sellers that may be in this before heading lower. So overall, we are still looking for sells to add, and as and when we get them, we will be dishing this out in the Discord for sure. Lastly and not least, we have GBPUSD. So again, bearish on this, as we did get a break of structure on the 4 hour, but from what we've been seeing with these equal highs, again, just a bit skeptical about getting into the short too early. We are trying to see if we can get entries above the equal highs. If I just show you, excuse me, just find my tool quick. I'm trying to see this swing fulfilled and giving us a valid retracement. So as you can see from when we had the 4 hour break of structure, we have come to this area on the buy, but I was hoping last week we would get a breach upwards into these areas before coming down. So I'm not really happy with the equal highs formed in terms of entering for the short. I would like to see this area breached before being validated and filling some of this imbalance on the 8 hour, as well as some mitigation from this weekly sell area. So that's kind of what we're looking for this. So we may be able to potentially catch the counter trend upwards and get the buyer to kind of knock out all of the liquidity resting there. That's kind of what we're going to be looking for. So it will be a buy to sell scenario, but we just don't want to be shorting from 50%. We kind of want to see that area breach before thinking about selling. So nonetheless, the buy will be a good trade. It's over 250 pips away to the areas that we're interested in selling. So we will be trying to catch this and send this out as well. We did get some entries last week for the buy, but they were only temporarily pushed up and actually came lower and stuff. So very ranging week for GU. Like, it gave into intraday setups and whatnot, but in terms of getting us that big trending move, we haven't got it yet. So we just have to be patient and wait for the trade to play out. It is approaching the 138 level again, and there's also a session candle down here that is kind of reacted from as well. So it may be wanting to check that out one more time. So as and when, you know, come the morning and come the market opening, we will be seeing what it wants to do within this areas, because again, we're going to have liquidity resting below these lows as well. So that's all I've got for you guys. All of these setups, they will be posted in the Discord. Shout out to those that are in the Discord community and, you know, along the journey, that are paying attention to what we're throwing in the chart section, because there is a lot of value. So as and when your pairs are not ready, those that are able to profit and capitalize off of the setups that we give, we're glad to help. But, you know, nonetheless, it is a patience game with this, as, you know, the risk to reward on this is going to be something crazy as well. But we just want to see a bit of a retracement on GU, as it's within that weekly zone, and, you know, we just need some lower prices before maybe buying again. So that's kind of what we're hoping for. So stay tuned in the Discord. All of these setups will be given. kind of feel alone today. There's no one really with me. I'm normally with the team, full house, but everyone seems to be a bit busy today. But nonetheless, it's all good. So please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel again if you haven't already, so we can keep giving you content and you can get notified when the content is being released. Okay, let's have an amazing week. It's been a strong month. We're due to continue with the positivity, and we're due to continue giving out these setups. Okay, remember guys, every day is money day. Peace.